Hi, and welcome to my channel, Coach Shweta Gupta. And if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to it because I would be sharing a lot of videos related to the job search strategies, which would be really helpful to you for getting your dream job and with the dream package which you desire of. Okay, so and in this video, I would be talking about the focus. So, how can we attain the focus, the maximum focus for the work which we want to do? We often, in these times, we often face this problem that we are not able to focus on one thing. We get distracted by so many things around us. So, how we can achieve that focus, that we can utilize our time efficiently, because time is very precious, right? And if you are not able to utilize the time properly, then you are losing out on something. So there are 6 top secrets which I'm going to share with you in this video, by which you would be able to improve your focus. You would be able to focus more on the deep work which you want to do. And the focus is not something which you would be able to achieve in a day or two. It is a gradual process. So it will take some time, but provided if you are able to follow these strategies which I'm sharing with you today, if you are able to inculcate those for the coming days, maybe 15 days, 20 days, and maybe 1 month, let's say, then you would be able to imbibe those things and you would be able to gain more focus. I can promise you about that if you are following those things diligently. Okay. So the first thing which I want to share with you is the environment. We have to make our environment in such a way that we can be more focused. So the first thing is, in under the environment we have to actually set the boundaries. Let me explain it with one simple example. Like, if you are holding a magnifying glass and the sun rays are coming into it, so that will all be focused and it will come to a particular one center, right? So we have to focus, we have to actually think about that, we have to focus in the same manner. Only one thing at a time we have to focus on, like that magnifying glass does when the sun rays comes to it. Okay. And the other thing about the environment is the decluttering. We often get distracted from so many things around us because we have not created the best environment around us. So we need to declutter our environment. And by decluttering, I mean the physical, digital, and the people. So by physical, I mean the house where you're living, or maybe the workplace where you're working. It is so messed up that you are thinking about those things which are lying around. So you have to just pick up all those things, keep it in a box and keep it aside. That is the physical decluttering. The next thing is the digital decluttering. Digital, by the name only, you might be thinking that the mobile phone which you're using, or the computer or the laptop which you're using, you need to keep it clean. You should remove all the unnecessary things which will make you get distracted. Okay. Or maybe unsubscribe from all the emails which you have unnecessarily subscribed to. And the other thing is, from the phone, you have to make the notifications off permanently for maximum apps. You would require only the one app, which is the phone calls. Other than that, I don't think any app is that much relevant that you should keep the notifications off. You should think about that. If you get even one notification at once, it will distract you for at least half an hour. So your mind will think about that thing only, and you will not be able to come back to the original state which you were thinking about before that. So keep the notifications off. And the next thing about decluttering is the people. Yes. So the people whom you are interacting with, you have to actually see around you whether you are unnecessarily wasting time, unnecessarily discussing those things which you should not actually. So you should decide whom to talk to, even in your phone, and the physical meetups also which you have. You should be very focused about those people. If you are spending today, if you're spending time with someone who is just gossiping about the word with you, then you have to actually just remove that person from your life. That might sound little hurtful for you, but you have to do it for improving the focus, because you can't lose that much time by just getting involved in those gossips and the conversations, right? And the other thing is, you should have the power to say no. So for example, if some of your friend is calling you and asking you that he want to go to some place for dinner or some lunch or some outing, but if you have already planned of something, you should not spend that time with that particular friend. You should have the powers to say no. You should be that much courageous to say no. Okay. The second thing which I would like to highlight here would be our soul. We have to work on our soul to make it more focused towards the things which we do. And how do we basically do it? We can do that either through the meditation, or we can also do it with some prayers, or we can visit some temples. We can also go around and see the nature. So we have to spend some peaceful mind, and we have to make our soul calm and peaceful. And the best way which I feel is through meditation. Also, there is a book which would help you purify your soul, which is Becoming Supernatural. And I would highly recommend that book. That is a great book. I am also reading that book nowadays. Okay. And the third point which I would like to highlight is our body. So there is a difference between the soul and the body, which you must be aware of. So in case of body, which the pointers which I would like to mention is, the first thing, we need to do some kind of exercise. It can be anything, any form of exercise. It can be running, it can be swimming, it can be gym, anything, whatever you want to, whatever you can think of or you feel comfortable doing. That is one thing which you have to definitely do, and every day you have to do it without missing. The other thing is, for the body, is food and water. So take we have to have the intake of food and water. Is like, you like, our body is made maximum with water, so we have to consume a lot of water throughout the day. And along with that, the food, whatever we are taking the intake of, it should be not the junk food at all. It should be protein rich food, and the other, like, healthy food, whatever you are aware of, those healthy foods we should take. So it will be like, we will be energized throughout the day if we take the healthy food. Otherwise, we'll feel sleepy and we will not be having that energy to do the work. So how would we feel focused, right? And the third very important part is the sleep. For our body, the sleep is very important. And I would like to mention that we should definitely sleep for at least 7 to 8 hours. Because if you sleep less than that, you will not feel that energy throughout the day. You have to sleep like a baby, and you have to, for being focused, you should take that much hours, like 7 to 8 hours. Fine. So this was about the body. The next thing is, we have to also, the fourth pointer which I would like to mention is, we have to also invest some of our time in our personal, like, hobbies. If we have some talents or hobbies, for example, I really like singing. So I usually do singing once in a, like, every week. once in a week at least I do that. I have the complete setup. I set up that whenever I have to do the singing and I practice it. So it rejuvenate me and I feel completely refreshed. So I am super energized for doing my next work, whatever next day I have to do as part of my work, right? And the fifth part is the family. We have to give a lot of importance to our family. We have to spend quality time with our family. So we sometimes we also have some quarrels or the fights with the family members. That is completely fine. But apart from that, whatever time we spend, it should be a quality time with family. It should be fun, and we should have the love and caring among our family members. So if we are able to maintain that, if we are from our side, at least we are able to do that, then the other members of the family also feel like doing that for us also. And eventually what happens is we are in a very good environment at home, at least. And then what happens is we are more focused for our work, right? And the last but not the least is the work. How we should decide what work need to be done. We often think that we should do the multitasking. If we do the multitasking, the work will be finished. Multiple things we can finish at lesser time. But that is not the case. That is not our human body is designed. We need to do only one work at a time, one task at a time. Because the multitasking is for computers. It's not for humans. Our brain is designed in such a way that we can do one task at a time by having the complete focus. So we should get rid of all the distractions whenever we are doing a particular thing. Okay, so these are the 6 pointers which I would like to again summarize. The first thing is the environment. So we need to declutter all our physical, digital, and people. Okay, the second point is the soul. We have to do the meditation or prayer for purifying our soul. The third point is our body. We have to take care of our body by doing exercise, having proper food and water, and sleeping at least for 7 to 8 hours. Then the fourth point is our personal talents and hobbies. We have to give some time in every week for that hobby also. The fifth point is the family. We have to spend quality time with the family. And the sixth point is the work. We have to do one task at a time. So I hope it was helpful. And I hope if you're following these things, these are the pretty simple things, except a few ones. So if you work on these, I am sure that you would be able to improve your focus. And please comment on this video if you liked it and if you would like to follow the things which I have shared and improve your focus. Thank you so much and see you in the next video.